What's going on, guys? It's Luke here. Going to run through this trade recap on this one trade today that we took on ES. We ended up getting a break-even trade today. Luckily, moved my stop loss right at the exact time I needed to. Didn't end up taking any profits to on this, so this ended up getting stopped out break-even right around here, around 11:30. So let's get into this. And now, to top it off, of course, the price runs up to the drawn liquidity that I wanted for my first take profit, but so close to it, but it's okay. And, at the end of the day, we didn't take the loss, so it's okay. So starting at the higher time frame, on the daily, order flow was bullish. I wanted to see price come up and eventually take out this previous week's high. So I seen that price was bullish on the daily, and I just figured that price was going to want to draw towards this previous week's high. So everything, order flow was bullish, right? So let's go back here. We had a 4-hour break of structure. My plan coming into the day was if price wanted to retrace into these FEGs, that we would have a bounce or something like that. But I wasn't opposed to where if price wanted to sweep out highs, we would look for continuations up to take out this previous week's high, right? This was my main target that I was looking for. And I figured we could get either a continuation, or if we get a pullback into these FEGs, we'd get that continuation back up, right? So let's press forward on the 9 a.m. candle. We had news today. We had ISM Services PMI. And as you can see, the 9 a.m. candle, or in the pre-market first to start off, we had this sweep of liquidity. We swept out all of these lows, these Asian lows down here. And then we had this reaction up here. And then on the 9 a.m. candle, we ended up getting a strong bullish close. And if you notice on the strong bullish close, we actually ended up sweeping out liquidity. We took out the London high, and it was also the pre-news high because we had 8:15 news today. So we had a sweep of liquidity to the upside. Now, at this point, most people are looking to go short, and I'm not opposed to taking shorts as long as lower time frame order flow flips bearish. But in today's example, you're going to see that order flow maintained bullish, so therefore I'm looking for continuations up to this next draw on liquidity, which is that previous week's high, right? The next major draw on liquidity in this uptrend, right? So again, hourly close strong bullish after putting in this wick and taking out liquidity in the pre-market. We have the sweep of liquidity. I'm looking for pullbacks to continue, for price to continue up potentially, or if order flow wants to shift bearish, this is my plan of action, right? If we get a sweep down, run through these fair value gaps, come down, then I'll look for shorts. Or if we continue bullish order flow and we continue to maintain these fair value gaps, I'm going to be looking for longs. That's my plan of action after seeing a sweep, right? I'm not just seeing a sweep and trying to trade a reversal. I'm looking for sweeps and continuations. But if order flow shifts, then I'll look for the reversal. So let's press forward on the 15, and this is where it all came together, right? So at this point, I'm honestly leaning towards shorts, but I'm going to wait until this 15-minute candle closes. And luckily I did, because as you can see, this 15-minute, first of all, we had this big 15-minute bearish fair value gap right here, and we inversed the whole thing. We closed above it, and then we came back in. And if we closed below this, then I obviously would have been bearish and looked to target down to these news lows and then continue down to those fair value gaps, right? But after the 15-minute close, it closed within this fair value gap, which means it didn't invalidate it. So it's actually, the inverse is still intact. And on top of that right here, if you look, we also have a bullish 15-minute fair value gap right here. So not only did we respect the inverse fair value gap, we're also respecting a 15-minute bullish fair value gap because we failed to close below it. Now, that's great. Order flow is bullish on the 15-minute. Now what I see on the 5-minute, this is what gets me into the trade, right? We have a bullish SMT on the 5-minute. So as you can see, ES makes a higher low right here and fails to take out that news low. Or if we look at NQ at the same time, NQ swept the news low and creates a 5-minute bullish SMT. So ES is our leading index, and I just went with ES on this example. I don't really know why. I just ended up going with ES. I think I just like the 1-minute price action at the time. I'm recording this at 2:15, so I can't remember exactly why I chose ES in this case, but I think it was just the 1-minute price action, which I'm going to show you. My entry was really good. So obviously order flow right here, we are within this 5-minute bearish fair value gap right here, and normally obviously this would be something like personally what I'd be looking for here is shorts to continue down to these relative equal lows. But again, we have to consider that the higher the time frame, the more importance it's going to hold. So we see that the 15-minute is respecting that IFVG. It's also respecting this 15-minute bullish fair value gap. I still have those higher time frame bullish buy side targets in mind. 5-minute, we have a bullish SMT. So I'm kind of just disregarding this bearish fair value gap, and I'm just looking for 1-minute entries. In terms of targets, I'm trying to target these hourly highs as my take profit 1. And my final take profit, of course, my main draw is going to be that previous week high. So after this 5-minute bullish candle close here on the 10:15 close, or the 10:15 candle, we see this 1-minute break of structure. we get a fair value gap, and we get a bullish close, and I end up entering off of, I continue to wait for a strong bullish close, and I ended up entering off of this bullish close right here. So as you can see, we had a 1 minute break of structure. We're respecting this fair value gap. We get this bullish close. I put my stop loss below these 1 minute lows down here, giving a little bit of extra breathing room. And my idea was take profit 1 at the hourly highs, take profit 2, and final take profit at the previous week's highs. So we entered this trade at 1024, and this ended up playing out for a while. I'm going to click forward and show you guys. We had some drawdown right here, got a little bit scared there, and then price started to come up. And now keep in mind at this time, I see this get put in right here. And at this point, it's 11:11, okay? I like to be off my charts out of my trades around 11. So at this point, I'm seeing this happen. I'm not taking profits early because I want to see that hourly draw get taken out, but I'm moving my stop loss to break even. Obviously, I always like to wait for my take profits to get hit before moving my stop loss to break even. But when I see something like this, it's like I'm not trying to sit and I'm just, you know what I mean? I'm not trying to get manipulated out. I'm just moving my stop loss to break even, and I'll just see what happens from there. And price ends up flooding down, and it ends up taking me out break even a little bit after that. So we didn't end up making any take profits, and it's a good thing we did because we would have gotten stopped out, and then price eventually ran up later. So if you did get an entry after 12 in the afternoon, good job on that. But just to run through this again, daily's in bullish order flow. I want to see daily push up to this previous week's high. 4 hour technically is in bullish order flow. I'm looking for continuation to the upside if it's given. Hourly gave us that strong bullish close. If I can go back on the replay tool just to show you guys again, hourly gave that strong bullish close, and it took out that London high and the pre-news high. So I'm just looking for continuations to the upside. Then on the 15, we respect off this wick right here. We respect this IFVG, and we respect the 15-minute fair value gap right here. So for me, again, order flow is still bullish. We have a 5-minute SMT, bullish SMT off the lows. Then on the 1 minute, we get a nice break of structure, fair value gap. We wait for a nice bullish close out of the fair value gap, which we get right here. This is my entry, stops below the 1 minute lows, take profit 1 at the hourly highs, take profit 2 at the previous week's highs, which gave us 2.3R. And unfortunately, again, we move our stop loss to break even, just shy of TP1. We're trying to hold on, but we're moving our stop loss to break even because it's past 11. And I'm not trying to get manipulated out for the PM session. And unfortunately, we do get taken out break even right around 11:27. So, and then price runs up. So that's going to wrap it up from you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys ended up taking advantage of that later move, or hope you guys stayed out of the market or something, or didn't take a loss. We still got Thursday and Friday. We have high impact news on both days. Friday we have NFP, but I'll be trading both days, so hopefully can catch something there. Monday, Tuesday been great. Still caught this setup. I still thought this was a great setup, but just unfortunate. Didn't catch the win, but happy to not have caught the loss. So that's going to wrap it up from you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Until the next video, give me a like, subscribe, comment on the video, follow me on Twitter. Link in the description if you guys want to support the channel. Until the next video, I'll see you guys then. Peace.